You know what? If the U.S. government said we're going to suspend income tax for this year because y'all did this, I'd be like, okay. Because I think, what is it? Because the figures are so different. I think it's actually over 9 billion, but the figures are so different. So it's kind of hard to determine like how much per person, because there's like a kind of wild discrepancy in terms of like the total amount that taxpayer dollars have been used. And look, when you have a pandemic, when you have something unusual like this, I can be persuaded that this falls under Article 1, Section 8. However, what does not fall under Article 1, Section 8 is that the money that we are forcibly paying in order to develop this, that can in turn be, it becomes intellectual property, and it can be not technically copywritten. What would you, if it's a vaccine, would it be patented? Because I know there's different functions for trademarks, copyrights, and I know trademarks very well, so it's not a branding issue. So yeah, I guess patented. So technically, as investors, we all have a piece of that IP. And I'm not saying that that the pharmaceuticals shouldn't get their cut, for the pharmaceutical companies, for the I'm all about rewarding people for labor. Give them, for their research and use of their employees and use of their resources. I'm totally fine with that. But do not forget for 1 second that this is a joint venture, ladies and gentlemen. And we as the taxpayer, we are the investors at the table. So if we're sitting at a table with these pharmaceutical companies and they're the only ones that are making a profit off of it, and it's our money that they used as the start, yeah, I got a major problem with that. So I'm willing to meet Forbes halfway and say, no. If we're gonna actually like treat this as protected IP, then I think the taxpayers need to get a little something for this. I think we need a return on our investment of our dollars for this, don't you all? Otherwise, I'm gonna find some tea to throw in some harbor, because this is I think everybody out there has struggled. People have been struggling to make ends meet. They've been struggling to keep food on the table, a roof over their heads. They still had to pay taxes on top of all of that. When we don't have a taxation problem, we have a government spending problem. And now we're going to be told that these companies are going to be able to go off and make a profit off of the theft of our hard-earned dollars during a pandemic, when our ability to engage in commercial activity and generate an income was seized from us in a form of eminent domain. Oh, heck no. No. Oh, I could sit here and talk about this for the next 2 hours. I'm turning into my mom. This is what happens like when you ask her a question about Social Security and then you just realize that an hour went by and she like exploded into a rage star, and like the solar rage waves that are emanating from her nucleus it's just face melting. She gets herself so worked up over it. I'm the same way with this issue. Oh my gosh.